What's up, Riverside Raceway motocross family? My name's Checkers, typically known for the high five and handshake guy for Race Tech, but I do moonlight a little bit, helping my buddy Tony Wink down at Riverside Raceway. And we got a couple awesome events coming up to kick off the 2022 season down at Riverside. So I'm bringing you this little pre-race report. Tony's been super busy down getting the facility ready for the events, running around in his bulldozer, chopping trees, all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of update and let you know where things are going. Things are looking really good. We got back-to-back weekends coming up here in just over a week for the first one in April. So April 15th and 16th is going to be the Iowa Moto Series, round number one, season opener, double points. First race in Iowa this year. Should be awesome. It was a killer event last year. It's a Friday practice, Saturday race over Easter weekend, and then Sunday at home for Easter with your families. And we're going to follow that up the following weekend, Friday practice, Saturday racing, and Sunday racing. Loretta Lynn's area qualifier, plus support classes for everyone else at Riverside Raceway. That's April 22nd through the 24th. A lot of you guys probably have heard that a tornado came through and really did a lot of damage to the track property and completely leveled Tony's house, which sits right across the gravel road from the track, practically on the same property. Thankfully, Tony's wife and daughters are okay, and they were a lot luckier than a lot of people in town. So, yes, he's working hard on also trying to rebuild a house at the moment. And the race season was definitely in question, without a doubt, at least for all of us. But when I talked to Tony, he immediately said, "We're going racing. That's what we do, is we go racing." And he said, I remember these words exactly. He said, "If the race was tomorrow, we'd make it happen, because that's what we do." So, Tony's not going to delay anything. He's on track. He's got his crew down there working. We've had a ton of amazing volunteers. Tony has a great support system around him. I mean, you guys see it if you've ever been there. If the weather turns bad and they got to go out and push mud, and how great they can make the track because everybody just jumps in. He's got a great crew of people around him, and a lot of other people came and volunteered and helped as well. A lot of trees got knocked down and stuff, so chopping wood, putting new roofs on some buildings, the ones that are still there anyways. I mean, we did have some casualties of some buildings at the track as well. But luckily, a lot of the stuff was at least partially intact, to where they could put band-aid it back together, and we're going racing. Tony built this place once before and knows what he's doing. So I mean, we're going to make this place awesome again, and I'm really looking forward to being able to be part of helping him with that. And you guys all can too. That's what he's asked for. He said, "Let's pack the pits and make this place awesome again." And we'll keep it going. The racetrack's a happy place for him, and he wants it to be a happy place for everybody else. Not to sound completely cheesy, but it's true. So thanks to all those volunteers. And I mean, there's one positive to come out of it, is if you didn't see the picture on social media, there is a ton of firewood down there. So when we come down here in the spring, if it gets cool at night, we'll have plenty of firewood to have some nice campfires and see our Moto family, and have a great time at the facility. It's a really nice place to camp and hang out for the weekend. I always love it. So let's pack the pits on that one, and the goal is to rock out like everything's normal and make the place awesome. Tony's working hard to make it look like the storm never came through, and he wants to see all our smiling faces, and that's what he does this for, is he likes to see people happy and riding their dirt bikes. And sometimes he gets out a few laps on his too, so maybe he'll get lucky and be able to do that a little bit. That'd be awesome. Speaking of awesome, I want to welcome our newest sponsor on board that came in a huge way, and just at the right time when it was really needed. And you've probably seen them alongside of Mason Kerr's Kawasaki 450, as he's been out chasing the Monster Energy Supercross Series, local hero out of Iowa. Ramsey Mazda Subaru out of the Des Moines metro area has come on board as a presenting sponsor of the Justin Brayton Shootout. But also, in addition to that, they're just a track sponsor for the year, and they really wanted to help be part of the motocross community and also help rebuild the place. So make sure that they'll be down at the racetrack a lot this year. Stop and see Scott and his son Parker. Tell them thank you for supporting local motocross, and do us one better. Stop in there, get a test drive, get a service done, support their business, and make sure they know that you came because they're supporting the racetrack. Because without sponsors like those, then we might not get the cool facility and all the cool things that go with being down at Riverside. It's not just a dirt bike race. There's fun events that go on all weekend long down there. So April 15th and 16th, Iowa Moto Series opener. Okay, a few things to go over with that. It's a double points race. It's the only double points race in the series this year. That'll move to another track in the series next year. That'll rotate each year. Also new for 2022, the AMA Championship #1 plates were scheduled to be down at Riverside Raceway, but we felt like as a series, instead of just giving out these plates for one event, it really would add a lot of prestige to the series and crown a real true state champion. So now you have to run the state championship and win your class to get that AMA #1 plate. So you're a real champion if you win it. You will be the Iowa State champion. There are 7 races in the series, one at each of the tracks in the Iowa Moto Series. Your best 6 scores will count towards that championship. Also new to go along with that, there is a membership for the Iowa Moto Series this year, but it's free of charge. So we want to try to build something here and make sure we're getting all the information out to everybody. And that is the reason why that there is a membership sign up that is available at iowamoto.com. Again, it is free of charge. Go on and fill out the form. Then you'll get an email with a digital membership card. All you need to do is either screenshot that on your phone or print it out and bring it with you to sign up. It'll have your membership number on it and your name. Let them know that you have it and you're good to go. It will be available to sign up at the track, but to save yourself time at the sign up line, please go ahead and get that signed up for ahead of time. I mean, it's free of charge. You'll also get the Iowa Moto newsletter with all the cool upcoming events going on in the state with the series and updates and that side of things. So iowamoto.com, sign up for that free membership. Also, if you sign up before, I believe it's Friday night, they're going to do a giveaway for a free hoodie at the riders meeting on Saturday to somebody who signed up for the Iowa Moto membership. So again, make sure you get signed up for that Iowa Moto membership so that you can be eligible to win that free Iowa Moto hoodie. That series is continuing to grow. It's been awesome. A lot of hard work going into it with all the tracks. And it's really cool to get everybody together. You know, those events have been huge at each stop. So along with that, series growing and cool stuff, Shine House and Newies have both decided that they're going to give some free tires away for the mini bike classes. I believe it's any 50cc or 65cc Iowa Moto Series class entry gets you in a drawing to win a free tire courtesy of Newies and Shine House at each of the Iowa Moto stops. So that'll be pretty exciting. That's all the series stuff. In addition to the series, Riverside Raceway for that Iowa Moto Round 1 opener, we've added some non-series classes that we've had a lot of inquiries about. So we'll be running a mini E 4-8 class for all the electric bikes. Also a 50cc 4-8 special limited, which will be really similar to the class that they run at a lot of the amateur nationals. But also it's a good place for the beginners on the XR or CRF 50s, the TTR 50s, as well as like the Cobra P3 and the KTM Mini Adventure, the more beginner bikes. So it gives them a place to ride and race, similar to what the 50 shaft class does for the P-dubs. So that is a series class, and that one will run as well. Something else to keep in mind for you 50cc riders, if you run one of the other age group 50cc classes with a paid entry, that rider is eligible for a free entry in the 50cc open class. So you get 2 classes for the price of one. That's always cool because you get a little extra track time and that side of things. And you know, we're really trying to give some value back to the 50cc guys and keep them coming back and racing for years with us. So from the youngest group to the oldest group, we've had quite a few inquiries about a plus 50 class, and we ran one at a couple of the events last year and with some pretty good success. So we will be bringing the plus 50 class back. That will be a trophy class, but there is a plus 50 class. And then also, Miserable Clothing has gathered a whole group of guys that wanted to build 125cc bikes, and they're sponsoring a 125A class, which will pay cash. That's an 80% payout class, and also a 125BC class, which will be a trophy class at the Iowa Moto Series opener. That is not a points class, but that is a class that we are running, or classes that we're running. And I know they made some really cool trophies for that for both the A and the BC classes. So you'll get trophies for that as well as a cash payout in the A classes. And I think they're working on some really cool promo items and shirt stuff and all kinds of stuff to give back to the racers. That's what they've been trying to do here since they got going and give back to the local community. So glad to have them on board with that. Should be a lot of fun to hear a lot of fast 125s going around the track and a way for some guys to make some extra money. So gates will open on Thursday for this from 3 to 7 p.m. That is April 14th on Thursday evening from 3 to 10, not 3 to 7. I apologize if I said that wrong. The gates will be open. There's no extra charge to pull in on Thursday evening. It'll be just your $20 gate fee that you'd normally pay on Friday, plus if you're staying overnight, that $10 overnight parking fee that's per vehicle for the entire weekend. So whether you stay 1 night, 2 nights, it doesn't matter. That's not an extra charge. And that is per vehicle, not per person on that one. And once you're in for the weekend. If you decide to come on just on Saturday, that'll be $10 to get in the gate. Friday practice is from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's a prepped practice, and it'll be split up into classes. We'll make as many classes as we need to make sure that it's not overly crowded out on the track, and also that you're getting plenty of track time in, and a lot of good riding. And then Saturday racing practice will start at 8 a.m. on Saturday with racing to follow. Keep in mind at Riverside Raceway, at all of our events, we don't just do sight laps on Saturday morning. If you can't make practice on Friday, it's okay. You can still come. You'll get about an 8 to 10 minute session, plenty long to learn the racetrack, to go out and race safely. So if you can't make the practice day, you can still come race. We welcome that. We understand that it's a Friday practice. It's tough to get off work for a lot of people, and we still want you to be able to come race and not feel like you're going out there with being blind and not knowing the racetrack, and nothing good ever comes out of that. So you'll get a full practice on Saturday morning, and then, like I said, racing will follow as soon as that wraps up. Obviously, we'll do trophies and cool awards for the race, and the payouts are posted. If you're a 250A or open A rider, there's a nice 200% payout. Those payout charts are posted. That's usually some pretty big gates, and a lot of money goes out at this event. If you're in a Vet A class, plus 25, plus 30, plus 40A, or the 125A class, those are 80% payout. That chart is also posted on riversideraceway.net, and I believe our social media channels also have that posted if you want to check that out. But we do pay our Vet A classes. I know some of the surrounding areas don't pay their Vet A classes, but at Riverside, it's something that we've done for a long time, and it's a good way for you guys to earn some extra money if you're an A rider. Also incentivizes guys to ride that A class and keep the BC more of a BC class. So lots of good racing there. Something else, the entry forms to save some time at sign up are already on the website. If you want to print those out, you can fill those out ahead of time. That's fine. And also a more important one is probably the minor release forms. At Riverside, when you come down the hill into the facility at the front gate, if you have minors in your vehicle, we do require a minor release form filled out. And so save some time there at the front gate, get in the facility quicker. Go ahead and go online. You can print that out and have it ready to go at the front gate, and you're good for the weekend. Just hand it to them, and you're ready to rock. Versus filling that out, sitting in line at the hill and backing everything up. You can also go on the AMA website. They have an annual minor release form. If you do that, then you don't have to do it every week. Every time you go to a race, they'll give you a card to print out that shows that you have an annual release form, and that's just on file with the AMA. So if you want to go ahead and take care of those this spring, save yourself a ton of time the rest of the year at all the tracks that you go to that are AMA sanctioned. That'll save you a lot of time. I guess the fun stuff, a track update. The weather's been fairly decent down there. A little bit of rain this week, but the ground's thawed, and Tony's been able to be out there and working in his dozer and working on the dirt, and making some of that famous brownie mix. I talked to him the other night, and he was actually rerouting the track a little bit. So there will be a pretty significant layout change, both off the start and back in the woods section before the finish. For those of you that are familiar with it, Tony wanted to slow down that woods section a little bit. It was pretty wide open and fast through the trees, and also dealing with shadows and ruts. So he changed some things up pretty significantly there. So that'll be really fun to try to tackle something new. Always fun. He's always changing something to try to make the track race better and ride better and more fun and keep it fresh for all of us. So, so as you're coming to town, I really want to urge everybody to help rebuild Winterset, Iowa. As I said, the town was hit by a tornado. They've lost people. They lost property. So much was lost there. And I really want to help support the town and show what the Moto community can do and be a valued member of their community. So if you're going to get gas or groceries for the weekend, stop in Winterset to do it. Wait till you're in Winterset to get your groceries and swing in and do them locally and just support the community, help those guys rebuild. And on the same token, it sounds like the town people are coming out to support the racetrack. So it's a really good opportunity for us to show them what motocross is all about and what our community is all about. So we've planned a lot of cool events that we normally do anyways, but maybe geared them a little bit more to just the non-moto crowd as well, or people that are just coming to watch and not necessarily camp for the whole weekend. And it being Easter weekend, it makes perfect sense. So there will be a free Easter egg hunt at 4:30 p.m. on Friday evening. So make sure all you little kids keep an eye on the or ear open on the PA system there. We'll announce all about that. We've had some volunteers step up huge to help with that, so that should be awesome. Also, Red Bull's coming again, and man, they always bring a good time when they come. It's an honor to have them down there. They'll be handling the entertainment with their DJ truck. We have plenty of firewood, so we'll get a community bonfire going down on Vendor Row. Speaking of Vendor Row, it sounds like we're going to be packed with vendors, so make sure you support those guys as well. We welcome them down to Riverside Raceway, and those are your local moto community, so make sure you pick something up and thank them for being at the track because, well, let's just say when you need something, you hope that they're there so that they can bail you out, or if you just want to take something cool back home, just share your experience with everyone back home from your visit to Riverside Raceway. Also on Friday evening, we're going to have free Stasic racing for the little kids. We'll split those into a couple of classes. No entry fee required for those. We do give out trophies and awards. We just ask you have a front number plate on your bike. It can even be a paper plate with marker on it. That's fine, just so our scorers can keep track. There's no sign up for that. Just show up and be down at the pit bike track at about 5:30 is what we're shooting for that Stasic racing. And then we also have pit bike racing going on. Those are free. We run a 110 stock and below class and then a 110 mod and above, up to like a 140. We basically determine what's a pit bike and what's not a pit bike based on how on that. So it's a lot of fun. We do trophies for that. And then, of course, the great entertainment of Flying Ryan's Pull Start Series will be there. Those guys are always a hoot to watch. A bunch of dudes on little mini bikes with no suspension or very little suspension, having a ball just going for it. I mean, it's motocross at its realest. So that's always super fun. And then we'll follow that up with a free bags tournament, and we'll have some cool prizes for that as well going on. So we'll sign up right after the pit bike races. We'll start signups for that bags tournament. So find yourself a partner and come have a good time. We'll have it all lit up. And like I said, Red Bull will be playing music. It should be a really fun time to throw some bags with your friends and just hang out on Friday evening before we get down to business racing on Saturday. Last piece of business on that is a lot of requests for vendors and media outlets and such to come. If you are a media member or a vendor and you want to come down, we definitely want to welcome you. Please use the contact page on riversideraceway.net. Send us a message, and we'll give you the details of what it takes to be down there. It doesn't take much. We're very open doors and want you guys there. Just want to go through some details and let you know what our expectations are so that we can keep it really easy for you guys to come down there because we want you there. But so it should be a really, really good time to have everyone out. And I mean, April 15th, 16th, it's coming up really fast. I'm looking forward to making it down there and getting to ride some of that best dirt on the planet, as I like to say. And it should be really, really fun. And then the following weekend again, April 22nd through the 24th, Loretta Lynn's area qualifier with classes for everyone. You do not have to be qualifying. Fees and all that stuff will stay the same for that race. Unless you're a qualifier, you'll have to pay for that extra qualifying sheet that goes to MX Sports. But if you're a normal racer, it's a normal race weekend for you. We'll have classes that you normally run in. Those are posted on riversideraceway.net. It is important to see which qualifier classes run on Saturday and which ones run on Sunday. MX Sports tells us which ones that we run on each day, so you're going to want to check that out. Most of it's limited classes on Saturday, and then your mod classes and vet classes and such on Sunday. But make sure you check out the website and know that you're there on the right day. There is a Friday practice for that event, also 9 to 4. And again, we will run a full practice on Saturday and Sunday morning at those races. So if you can't make it before the day that you want to race, you'll have plenty of time to get out on the racetrack. Man, I can't wait. We're going to pack the pits of that place. I can already feel it. I've been getting phone calls from every which way of people excited to come back to Riverside Raceway, excited to support the racetrack and Tony and what he's got going. And I mean, I really want us all to come together and show Tony just how much we love that place and how lucky we are to have such a great facility in the Midwest. So I look forward to seeing everyone there. Hope you all have a good week and weekend. And then I will see you at Riverside Raceway April 15th and 16th and April 22nd through the 24th.